So, I'm gonna make a video reply to Channeled by Freya, alright? Just so that way it's understood. Since you apparently want to be the messenger, you go ahead and you be the messenger. You let Diana know that I don't know and I don't foresee what we could possibly have to talk about, alright? She wanted me to go through as much fucking discomfort as possible, alright? Quite literally went to go tell people that I'm apparently a fucking drug dealer. Well, ultimately, the entire time that I was living over in fucking Caldwell County, I was studying law, helping track down fugitives. Alright? Quite literally, I was having to learn numerous different facets of law, as well as going ahead and studying psychology. Alright? I was trying to get shit fixed up because of the fact that ultimately my life got destroyed by doing the right fucking thing and reporting fraud. Quite literally, homeless people being defrauded. Alright? Now, would she have ever seen that being my character? No, not at all. I get it. I'm a mouthy jackass. I'm not gonna change that. I have no intention to. Alright? But at least I know who the fuck I am. Alright? Now, ultimately, any type of out of court settlement, I would have no interest in from Diana. Alright? Considering the factor that ultimately things that's already been revealed is the whole tax evasion thing with the whole Church of Fuckery, that crazy shit. The whole, distribution of methamphetamine that would end up going ahead and tagging along with, her, baby daddy. Or baby mama now. Or whatever the case is on that, alright? Went to burglarize my fucking dwelling, alright? Was planning on cashing on the life insurance policy with their fucking crazy old friend. Alright? So there was the attempted vehicular manslaughter, alright? There was quite literally stealing all of my worldly possessions while simultaneously breaching the 1996 Identity Theft and Assumption Deference Act, of stealing a documentation in an attempt to prevent legal consequences, try to slow walk any legal remedies that could be maintained, while simultaneously helping, aiding and abetting my kidnapping and abduction. So that's been real fucking fun. Like, oh, can't forget the child endangerment because, any illicit, narcotics ends up going ahead and being in said vehicle. Well, there's minors in there, that would be automatically child endangerment, which could end up going ahead and, losing custody. So I'm just going ahead and saying there is a lot of things that could be said on the situation, right? But ultimately, whatever money could end up getting presented to me, I would have a hard time believing that it's not the proceeds of crime, alright? Which ultimately would, be attempted money laundering, Any misappropriated funds from defrauding me, I'd rather, go through the court and have it documented so that way, doesn't end up going ahead and being like, here, I'm just paying you back for everything we ended up stealing and damaging and everything. Because if I took that money, then you'd go ahead and be like, oh, obtaining property under false pretenses. Despite the fact that I was the one with my identity fucking stolen by you and your fucking crazy motherfuckers. Alright? And the fucked up thing is, constant escalation and ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up and ramping it up. Oh, can't forget the whole tampering with the mail. That one's been real fucking fun to have to go ahead and handle. quite literally tried going ahead and setting up a forced reconciliation with the fucking crazy ass fucking Bible thumpers, despite the fact of that, not my belief system, you know? And forgive me for believing that it's pretty hard to go ahead and reconcile with somebody who quite literally ends up getting a new vehicle every time that they end up getting a new vehicle, I quite literally have to escape death. Quite literally have to escape death. Like, whether by the skin of my teeth or not. Alright? First time ended up being a situation where literally everyone in my family talking over my body while I'm in a fucking coma. And then being disappointed that I survived because, couldn't cash out a life insurance policy. And then, December of 2022, literally end up pulling up in a fucking brand new Volkswagen, no miles on it. Well, meantime, somebody ends up going ahead and popping up out of nowhere doing 70 and a 30, claiming that I'm fucking drunk, when literally I'm turning into the parking lot of a Dollar General to go get shit tickets because of the factor that I gotta take a massive dump, because of the fact that I deal with digestional issues, because I ended up getting stabbed in the fucking stomach. Do you see really how little you know about me, or that you ever knew? Or did you ever care to fucking know? No. And you know what? That distance, that was a blessing. That was a gift. That was a gift I cherish. I have no interest in your proceeds of crime. I have no interest in taking part in whatever narrative that you want to go ahead and try to spin up. I have no interest in whatever drama you want to kick up. Alright? That bed bug infestation told me how you really feel. Alright? You don't have to repeat yourself. Now, what I am going to go ahead and say, I have no interest in helping you, with a legal roadmap to be able to potentially end up figuring out a plea bargain that would end up being reasonable. Alright? Those years that I ended up going ahead and studying law, yeah, I've got the roadmap to be able to get out of that. For you to be able to get out of that. But I have no intention of it. Because you know what? At this point, went too far. Too many people ended up getting hurt. You fucking compromised my cover. And the fucked up part is, the shit that y'all had going on had nothing to do with the investigation that I was a part of. Alright? Whatever drug shit y'all had going on and everything, that wasn't even the focus of the fucking investigation. The focus of the investigation was fucking illegal arms sales. You literally just planted yourself right in the fucking crossfires of a federal investigation. Like, literally, numerous different fucking states. And we're talking corruption at government level. Every single fucking state involved in that investigation. Every single county. And we're talking politicians. We're talking about judges. We're talking about cops. We're talking about U.S. Marshals. Alright? We are talking about one of the biggest criminal conspiracies in U.S. history. And yes, we're talking about the same U.S. history that quite literally ended up dealing with the 2008 housing crisis, that quite literally came close to rivaling the fucking Great Depression. So, my question to you. Well, going ahead and, just completely blowing everything to shit, because understand too, you literally compromise an investigation that gets some of the most dangerous yet powerful people in the country that literally profit off of using human beings as fucking financial tokens. Alright? And you trampled all over a decade worth of work. A decade. Alright? And we're talking people that don't give a fuck if your kids end up living or dying. We're talking about people that don't give a fuck if you end up living or dying. Alright? Ultimately, we're talking about people that when they look at you, they're looking at the value of your organs. We're talking that they're looking at, hey, how quickly can we go ahead and get them sent on a plane to Indonesia to never be seen again? To go ahead and spend the rest of their life getting turned out. And the amount of people that quite literally, because of, blowing that to fucking smithereens, will end up getting kidnapped and trafficked. All because, decades worth of investigation work right out the fucking window. Because, when you end up compromising an entire investigation, especially when that ends up being interstate, with so many different jurisdictions involved, there ends up being too many people slipping through the cracks for everything to really get wrangled up. Alright? And we're talking with specific people in that circumstance. Understand the amount of lives that will end up being lost because of those same people being able to maintain their freedom. You've got blood on your hands whether you like it or not. I don't know what the fuck we could potentially have to talk about. You did what you did. We stand where we stand. Frankly, I don't know how you can plan on fixing any of this situation. Because you quite literally got me fucking miseried. You got me labor trafficked. You know that, right? Yeah, and as far as what I'm capable of and everything, because, I really didn't plan on telling anybody about me being a freak of nature, basically. But the one person that I did tell, I went to go put a ring on it. We see how well that fucking worked out. So at this point, forgive me for not feeling very fucking optimistic. So, I don't know what conversation needs to be had, because I'm pretty sure the silence and the lack of fucks given on anything getting rectified speaks volumes.